Happy Sunday, Striver. I hope this day greeted you with some sunshine, if not from the real sun, just some sunshine of spirit, some gratitude for the life that you have, for this breath that you have, for this moment, to just reflect on your life and find a moment of appreciation for the fact that you get another day on this planet, that you've got some good friends and family. They have opportunities every day to do something, to get some momentum, to try something new, to keep pushing forward towards your dream simply because you choose to. What a blessing. I'd like to talk about today how we change. Obviously it's Sunday, so I always ask you to make sure you go and you hit that life score button in your GrowthDay app and you fill out your weekly review, just to consider whether or not your habits have been on track and to get some recommendations, maybe some inspiration to improve once you take your score. So make sure you do that. But big picture, what's this all about? If we're trying to change, how does it happen? One of my most popular teachings, which you can access if you're a audiobook subscriber here in GrowthDay, where you're able to just go to the Learn section and click into audiobooks. There's a training I did on the gates to change. I think it's called the 4 gates to change. I'll add a 5th one since it's Sunday, just for you. And this is kind of how it all begins. So we'll call it the 5 A's today. The first A is of awareness. To become more fully aware of who you are, where you really are in your life right now, what you really want, what it's going to take to get there. An awareness, a consciousness, a spirited understanding of our lives, a vital clarity that develops when we're having the honesty and the integrity to look at our lives and ask how we're living it, how we're showing up, how we're serving, how we're growing, how we're thinking, all the good stuff of personal development that we talk about all the time here in GrowthDay. I mean, when we say make self-improvement a way of life, it does always begin with awareness. That's why in your journal we give you all those growth prompts so that you're always just asking new questions about your life, so that you're always trying to expand your understanding and awareness of who you are. The second thing that helps us move towards change is today's message of appreciation. Appreciating not only this gift of life, but appreciating what's happening for us right now, even if it's difficult. Even if we have to honor the struggle as we don't like what we're facing right now, and appreciation to the challenge, if anything, appreciation to the understanding that what has happened to us will ultimately, if we direct our own minds, make us stronger, even if in the moment we don't like it. And I remember when I was going through a brain injury in 2011, and it was really severe. And I was really struggling with energy, struggling with my mindset, with my physical body, because I'd also, threw out my shoulder, broke a couple ribs, I'd snapped my wrist clean off. I mean, I was in a hurting unit. And I kept saying every morning, okay, appreciate this. Yeah, you threw out that shoulder, but the other one seems to work okay. That's a good blessing. Yeah, you hurt your brain, but I didn't get paralyzed, and that could have happened. Yeah, I'm hurting right now, but I'm alive. And my brain doesn't work right, and I have to see all these doctors, but you know what? I'm going to have a better brain after this thing because I'm going to learn how to really optimize for that. All those things, it wasn't easy. Sometimes the truth is that was called forced appreciation, where you have to will yourself to appreciate life when you feel like you don't feel the gratitude. That's why having a gratitude practice in good times is really important, because that practice shows up in the dark times. Next, I think we all have to have acceptance. Acceptance of the best of who we are and acceptance of the dark side as well. Accepting reality as it is and accepting the past as it was. Living in a state of acceptance is saying, I'm okay with what the world throws at me. I accept life as it is, even if I want to improve it. Because listen, people always get this one wrong. They think you can't have acceptance and ambition at the same time. Oh no, it's through having acceptance and appreciation that we can find and muster the energy to go for those bigger dreams and goals. You know, a lot of people don't have ambition because they don't accept themselves. They lie to themselves. They push down their own feelings all the time. They don't speak up when they know they should. They don't follow the path they know they were meant to follow. And so by denying themselves, by denying their heart and their true spirit, they end up poisoning their ability to progress. And so we must accept who we are. And we must still, at the same time, make self-improvement a way of life, study this personal development right here in Growth Day, and get better. I can accept myself and also accept that I'm a person capable of growth. I can accept myself and also accept that I got things to improve. I can accept myself and love myself even as I recognize that sometimes my ego trashes the day, or I, get stuck in a negative pattern, or I'm not perfect, or I fail. I can still accept who I am as being worthy. I can accept the fact that it's up to me to give myself permission to strive and succeed. I can accept myself even if my family doesn't understand or my friends don't get it. The stuff of acceptance can change your life forever. And if you're someone who's been in that tough struggle of hating yourself for a long time, it's time to get that therapist, or it's time to get that coach. It's time to talk it out and have a conversation. Because what's happening is you've just got a distorted reality of yourself. People who hate themselves, it's not that they're any more bad or evil as they conceive of themselves versus other people. It's that they haven't had the benefit of perspective, and they haven't had a supportive environment to work through their issues. So they bottle them down and turn them into hate versus expressed and worked through them and found their own progress and growth and ultimately joy and acceptance. Fourth, accountability. We've got to take accountability for our lives. We can accept the world as it is, and we can have a heart of acceptance and openness, but we also must have that self-reliance that we always talk about in personal development. The great teachers in personal development and psychology always emphasize personal accountability or self-responsibility or self-reliance, whatever you want to call that phrase or that idea, that you ultimately are accountable for your life. Accountable to who? To you, to your creator, to the others around you who count on you. It's okay to take personal responsibility and to say, you know what? I got to pull myself up. I got to get help. I got to get training. I got to do the work. I got to make personal development a consistent practice to keep expanding and learning and growing. Because guess what? Tomorrow's going to throw new challenges. We can accept the fact that the future has a lot of challenges. So let's be accountable now and prepare ourselves, learn, master our minds, develop new skill sets, learn new ways of influence. By being accountable for ourselves and our development now, we are preparing for the realities of a future that does hold both progress and struggle. And finally, action. 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 It's always about taking the steps to improve. Always about taking the steps to try, to build, to change, to shift, to accelerate towards our dreams, to create things that are awesome, to manifest new ideas and products and tools and processes and team, and to build and to build. Not for the sake of building, but for the sake of moving towards whatever our dream is. Maybe your dream has nothing to do with building a product or a team, but maybe your goal is just to get healthier. Go to the gym, get that workout in, cook better, healthier foods for yourself. Action, action, action. The real mark of a person who has great integrity is they're always in motion towards a better life, whatever that means for them. As you notice, I hope, if you've been with me for a while, I've been teaching personal development for 20 plus years now. I don't dictate what your life should be like. I never tell you what the goal is or should be for yourself. I try to illuminate human behavior. I know a lot of things about people after having coached people for this many years at this level. And I can tell you, we all have to work through a lot in our lives. But I also know that the people who do it, who change, who shift, who make a difference, who build a better future for their families, they are action-oriented people. They don't stew in problems forever. They seek the solution. They take an action. They recognize maybe they didn't do something right. They take the action to apologize and to improve. They recognize they fell off, their pattern of behavior or the habits that they want. They're not practicing their high performance habits. Okay, cool. I recognize that. I can be aware of that. I can accept that. I'm going to take accountability. Let me get back on track. Action, action, and action. The funny thing is, so few people realize, even I know you, my friend, who are listening to this, how coming into Growth Day as an app every day as a habit is that action of growth. Every time you click into Growth Day or you tap into Growth Day on your phone, this app is prompting you to a better future. Watch any of the trainings, better future. Go through any of the life scores, get those recommendations, realize you can improve. Journal, develop more self-awareness. Even if it's just capturing a simple plan in the plan section for your checklists, and you making sure that you're taking action towards those little checklists, that's all momentum. Most importantly, it's integrity. It's following through on that impulse that was sown in your heart and in your spirit, whether you believe by God or just by evolution and biology, that impulse to grow and expand, and that is manifested through consistent daily practice and action. And we must do that in our personal development, and we got to do that in our relationships, in our health, in our finances, in our mission, in the adventures and the joys we want to experience in life. It all requires us to follow through on that impulse. That's integrity. So just showing up here today, I want to reward you and to recognize you. I want you to cheer yourself on, give yourself a pat on the back, making self-improvement a way of life that is honoring the impulse that was sown in your spirit to grow. That is integrity showing up here in Growth Day. So I celebrate you. I give you a virtual high five and a hug because we did it today, and we know every day is a great day to grow.